Alrighty, I am live. How's it going, everybody? Happy Sunday. It is December 12th. Hope you guys are doing fantastic. I know I'm doing fantastic. Welcome to yet another installment in announcing 20 movies for the upcoming 1990s Best Movie of the 90s Decade Tournament. What's going on? Ryan O'Toole here. Hope you guys are excited as I am. If you're just tuning on in here, please hit that like button. Really helps this channel a lot. We want to get as much likes as possible. And if you happen to be new to the channel, consider clicking that subscribe button for weekly reviews, rankings, and reactions. And guys, if you weren't here last week, I announced the first 20 movies for the upcoming What is the Best Movie of the 1990s Decade Tournament. Just a quick little glance right there at the thumbnail. Those are the first 20 movies right here. And in this upcoming installment, I'm announcing the next 20 movies. So I have announced 40 movies total. And if you guys weren't here last week, I did announce the panel that's going to be joining me for this upcoming tournament. That's my good buddies Patrick Burrow, Austin Putnam, John Burns from Burns Reviews, and Zach Goller. All those guys are fantastic YouTubers. Their links are in the description below. If you haven't subscribed to them yet, please do. They have awesome channels over there. And so, guys, I'm very excited to announce the next 20 movies. What?
When is it?
Oh, yes, I forgot to say. It's Sunday, January 9th. That is when the 90s tournament is. Please mark that in your calendar if you haven't yet. Sunday, January 9th. That's when the tournament's going down at 6 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Before I get started, let me go through the chat. What's going on to everybody? Cody is off to the side, reading and monitoring the chat. What's going on? Disney Nerd, Film Fanatic, James the Film Buff, Ricky Buzz, Daniel, Harvey Hailstone, View with the Drew, Joseph Lansdell. What is going on, guys? Thank you for being here, communicating in the chat. So we're just going to get right into this, guys. Please hit that like button, guys. It really helps this out. We want as much likes as possible. In order for us to do more of these, we want to see the support there, the likes, the comments, the sharing, and the interacting like you guys are doing now. So for this portion, I'm going to show you guys 20 more movies from the years 1992 and 1993. So without further ado, here is the next 20 movies. Enjoy. That's the next 20 movies, guys. And boom! There it is for you guys. Okay, so they can. All right, so we got A Few Good Men, Groundhog Day, Reservoir Dogs, The Last of the Mohicans, Tombstone, Aladdin, Batman Returns, Home Alone 2, Lost in New York, Schindler's List, The Nightmare Before Christmas, True Romance, A League of Their Own, Dazed and Confused, Hocus Pocus, Malcolm X, Jurassic Park, The Fugitive, The Sandlot, Unforgiven, and Wayne's World. There's the next 20 movies, guys. Let us know in the chat what you guys think of those movies right there. Any snubs that you guys noticed, let us know. Let's have a great conversation. Welcome, everybody, if you're just tuning on in here. A lot of people are excited.
Disney nerd calling you out, Ryan.
Oh, what did he say?
Oof. With the audio and the technical mistakes.
Where's his comment? Oh, right there. There it is. Yeah, I noticed that.
It happens. We practice.
It happens. Don't worry.
It still happens.
Yeah. I've seen 13 out of 40. So let's just go down the line here, Cody, because it seems like nobody's interacting. So A Few Good Men, 1992. I just think that's a very good movie to add in there. It's classic.
Sorry to interrupt you. Why don't you start with the 92s and then the 93s? Start with all the 92 movies you included, and then jump into the 1993. If you guys want to talk about a specific movie, definitely put it in the comments. There is a number one seed here in these 20 movies. So can you guys take a guess as to what that third number one seed will be, as there's only a total of 4 in the entire tournament?
Yes, so let's just go down the line here and start with Unforgiven for 1992. That won Best Picture in 1992. Clint Eastwood, Morgan Freeman, Gene Hackman. Just such a dark and gritty Western that everybody definitely loves. Then you got Reservoir Dogs, one of my favorite Tarantino films, and a lot of people are excited to see that in the chat. And then next we have Aladdin. It's Aladdin. How could it not be in this tournament? Beauty and the Beast was. And next we have A Few Good Men. I want the truth. You can't handle the truth. So it's definitely a very classic movie. And then A League of Their Own. I'm sure Cody's very excited to see that in the tournament. It's just a fantastic sports movie. And then we got Batman Returns, the sequel to Batman 1989. Definitely a really good comic book movie installment. Home Alone 2, I'm sure some people are shocked to see that, or maybe not shocked since the first one was there. But I really enjoy Home Alone 2. The Last of the Mohicans, such a great Daniel Day-Lewis movie. And then you got Malcolm X, very long movie, but Denzel Washington's transformative performance.
Have you seen that one yet?
I've not. So I got that on Blu-ray. And then to close out 1992, Wayne's World, classic comedy, Mike Myers and Dana Carvey. It's Wayne's World, guys. And did somebody get...
We'll talk about a few people here. Timothy Smith says Goodfellas, Terminator 2, Pulp Fiction, and Shawshank are most likely the number one seeds in his opinion. So we think Shawshank is the number one seed. We have Avengers fans saying Schindler's List is the number one seed. We see Disney nerds saying Jurassic Park is the number one seed. I guess we'll have to reveal it all once you talk about the 1990, whatever the next movie is.
1993?
Yes.
Yep, so we do have Schindler's List, first of the 1993 movies, and you guys know that was going to be there.
We'll talk about Schindler's List, because a lot of people know you haven't seen it yet. Now you have no choice but to see it.
I mean, I was going to see it regardless for this tournament, and it won Best Picture in 1993. And another Spielberg movie that came out in 93 was Jurassic Park.
Before you go on to Jurassic Park, is Schindler's List the number one seed?
Yes, it is.
There it is.
I mean, the Oscars speak for themselves, and just the impact the movie had on people, and I still have not seen it yet. And then we got Jurassic Park. You guys obviously knew that was going to be there. And The Nightmare Before Christmas, another fantastic movie that came out that year. A very classic Christmas movie and Halloween movie.
Disney Nerd does not agree with you. Check out his most recent comment.
Nightmare Before Christmas is hella overrated. That is definitely a hot take right there. But regardless or not, if someone thinks it's overrated, it deserves to be there because of the love it's gotten and the accolades it's gotten. Next is Dazed and Confused. It's Dazed and Confused, one of the greatest coming of age movies. Hocus Pocus, a really fun little quirky movie to throw in there. And Tombstone, have not seen that one either. I've heard it's a gritty Western. And The Sandlot, one of my favorite sports movies of all time, classic childhood. And Groundhog Day, the movie Edge of Tomorrow was inspired by that movie for sure. And True Romance, Quentin Tarantino wrote that movie, and it really just depicted what violence truly is. And finally, The Fugitive. I didn't kill my wife. I don't care. I mean, Tommy Lee Jones and Harrison Ford. So those are the movies right there.
Disney Nerd said he's seen 13 out of the 40 announced movies so far. Daniel did ask a question. Is there a playlist for the other decade tournaments?
There is. Yes, there is a playlist for the other decade tournament.
I don't believe there is, actually.
There isn't? If not, we could make it.
Yeah, it's very simple. Or you could just go into YouTube, type in the search bar Ryan O'Toole 2010's decade tournament.
Actually, we didn't do these videos for the 2010s, but
Okay, so
we did them for the previous tournament. So if you type in 2000, you'll find all those videos pretty much. If that helps.
I think he just wants the actual tournament, is what I'm saying.
Yeah. It's there. If you just type in Ryan O'Toole.
Disney
2000s.
Nerd brought in a suggestion. You should make a copy of the thumbnail with none of the movies on it. Then make a copy with all the movies on it. That way it's a surprise for us. Yeah, originally we were going to do that, but usually when we do this, we just go live right away. But we did put a countdown timer, which gave a few of you a chance to see the thumbnail before it came out. So usually that won't happen in the near future. It just so happened today, but not a bad idea. Thank you, Disney Nerd. Appreciate that.
Always appreciate the suggestions.
Harvey Hillstone said he's seen 22 of the 40 movies. We have a lot of people still thinking Schindler's List is the number one seed, which it is. So how many number one seeds does that leave us, Ryan?
One more number one seed to go, and you will find that out in the future.
So Jurassic Park is not a number one seed. A lot of people might find that to be surprising.
We already chose a blockbuster sort-ish movie with Terminator 2. It was either that or Jurassic Park. So we decided to go with Terminator 2 right there.
Joshua Walter says, what's this? I see you have great Christmas movie. What's this? I see films that downright well received. Well, this is a very wonderful collaboration about Christmas and Halloween. So basically a lot of Christmas and Halloween movies is what he's saying.
He's talking about Nightmare Before Christmas. It's a song in there. What's this? What's this? Definitely a classic song.
I do see you have the Nightmare Before Christmas on there. That's definitely one of the best films of the 90s. It's also becoming one of my personal favorite holiday movies to watch every year, says Joshua.
Mm-hmm.
And we have Bo First saying Schindler's List will crush you, saying it's probably very, very emotional. Take up Timothy Smith's comment.
His newest comment?
Yeah.
Other number one has to be Shawshank Redemption or Pulp Fiction, but both are better than Schindler's List, in his opinion.
Yep, and then his past comment as well.
I can understand Schindler's List being a number one seed, but it is like a Citizen Kane type of film, in his opinion, which means I appreciate what it contributed to cinema, but I have no desire to see it more than once.
William Clark saying, finally, Spike Lee made it. Malcolm X is one of the best biopics.
Yeah, I've heard a lot of great praise for that movie, for sure.
Blu-ray Addict, good to see you.
Any snubs that you guys notice in this amount? I know you guys listed a bunch of snubs last week. Any snubs you see?
So let them know what years.
So this is years 1992 and 1993.
So any movies you don't see listed that you think deserve a spot, put them in the chat. William Clark thinks that it'll be an animated Disney film in the final number one seed.
That's an interesting prediction right there, to say the least.
Blu-ray Addict has seen 11 of these films that we just listed. So, so 40 are listed, as you said, and we have 20 more that are going to be out next Sunday, and then another 20, and then another 20 to round it off.
Absolutely. There's a lot.
While we're waiting for those comments to come in, Ryan, do you just want to quickly show the thumbnail again? Remind everybody of the date and time that we have scheduled. And, yeah.
Oh, we got a couple comments here. What's Eating Gilbert Grape, somebody says.
I don't know that movie.
I think that's Leonardo DiCaprio, his first Oscar nomination. In 1993, Reason I didn't even see that movie, to be honest with you. So there was just a lot of great movies that came before it. 1993 was a great year in cinema. William Clark says, "What about A Bronx Tale with Robert De Niro?" Honestly, there was a lot of Robert De Niro movies in this 90s tournament. We didn't want to overbog it with a lot of actors. So I can understand that. Bronx Tale is a great movie. And Searching for Bobby Fischer, same thing. I didn't even notice that, to be honest. His favorite movies from the 90s are the original Beauty and the Beast, Aladdin, Jurassic Park, and Saving Private Ryan. Someone says my cousin Vinny is snub. Yeah, I noticed that. I think it was 92. My cousin Vinny. Let me just double check. 92, yeah, I noticed that too, man. But there's just 1992 just was overbogged.
How about Mrs. Doubtfire?
Mrs. Doubtfire. Wow, I forgot that. Interesting. Same thing with Robert De Niro. There was a lot of Robin Williams movies chosen in the 90s decade.
Especially the last 20 announced. There was, we had
This
Hook,
decade was full of Robert De Niro and Robin
Awakening,
Williams.
You had Aladdin now, so there's
and
three
Good Will
Robert
Hunting.
De Niro's in this.
So,
Robin Williams.
Yeah, Denzel had a lot of movies too in the 90s. Philadelphia is a great movie too, but just tough. 90s is a great decade. Night Before Christmas, such a fantastic movie. Pulp Fiction, favorite film of all time.
Is Pulp Fiction even in this tournament, Ryan?
I have no idea. That's a good question, though.
But you know what you can tell them?
But you'll have to find out in the future.
Yeah.
But anyway, guys, those are the 20 movies. Real quickly, if you see any more, let me know, Cody.
Did you talk about Reservoir Dogs? It's his second favorite film, says Blu-ray.
Yeah, Reservoir Dogs. I did talk about that quickly. It's Reservoir Dogs, one of my favorite Tarantino films. Good little addition to throw in there. It's what started Tarantino's career. But real quickly, guys, there's the first 20 movies right there, and we just announced the next 20 movies there. A lot of great movies already announced.
Remind them of the 3 number 1 seeds announced so far.
So the 3 number 1 seeds announced so far are Goodfellas, Terminator 2 Judgment Day, and Schindler's List. We got one more number 1 seed to go. You guys will find that out in the future.
Yes.
And next week, we will announce 60 movies total. Those will be the years 1994 and 1995. So just to let you guys know that for next week.
Probably around the same time, Sunday at 5 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, we'll announce it. But yeah, Ryan, let them know when the actual tournament is.
Yes, so Sunday, January 9th, 2022, Sunday at 6 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, myself, Patrick Burrow, Austin Putnam, Jack Burns, and Zach Goller will be debating, trash talking, and just giving our hot takes and having a blast. Just narrowing it down what our favorite movie of the 90s decade is. 100 movies to talk about. That's a lot. We want you guys to be there interacting with us, getting in the comments, liking, subscribing, sharing, and giving the love that we want this tournament to get so we can do all the other tournaments we want to do.
You guys definitely showed up last time when we put it out on Twitter and Instagram last time, so we're definitely going to put this photo out again to reveal the next 20 movies. So again, please hit that like on it, share it, all that good stuff. We want as many people there as possible. And Ryan, real quickly, do you just want to talk about the week ahead as far as just videos on your channel, not tournament related?
Of course. Guys, there's a small movie coming out this week. You may not have heard of it. It's an independent movie. It stars Spider-Man and a bunch of classic Spider-Man. I can't even say that with a straight face. But we got Spider-Man No Way Home finally dropping in theaters this week. Sure, you guys are very excited about that movie. I have a couple of content on someone else's channel and this channel. So the spoiler-free review for Spider-Man No Way Home will drop Thursday. I'm going to see it at 3 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. So look forward to that review. And on that night at 9:30 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, I will be on the Suit Up Geeks podcast channel talking all spoilers. So go subscribe to them, by the way. They're great content creators. I'll be joining in on with some other people, talking spoilers for No Way Home. And then we got the Nightmare Alley as well, the Guillermo del Toro movie dropping. So that will be a review as well. And the updated MCU movie ranking. Finally, since 2019, you guys have been asking me nonstop, are you doing an updated MCU ranking? Now that every single MCU movie has come out this year, get that movie ranking. You will get it. 27 movies. That's a lot to rank.
Bofer mentioned Carlito's Way. as a potential movie you might have missed.
I did not even notice that movie, to be honest with you.
That's all right. And then how about Farewell, My Concubine?
Farewell. I've never heard of that movie.
All righty. And Timothy Smith said, by the way, I'll let you read his comment.
Yes. By the way, I've seen the other decade tournaments, but finally decided to create an account so I can comment. Enjoyed the other brackets and look forward to this one. That's awesome.
Timothy, we appreciate that.
We appreciate that, Timothy, that you're watching. You watched the previous one, and you're excited for this one coming up. That's what we want to hear.
Yes. So, yeah, I think that'll cover it, guys. We appreciate you all being here, having notifications on. Hit that like button on your way out, all that good stuff. And look forward to lots of fun content on the channel this week.
Yes, thank you guys so much for watching. Look forward to more content. All my social media links are in the description below. And I'll see you guys in the next video. Bye. Hope you guys have a great week.
Check out the other creators down below in the description box.
Please,
make sure you go subscribe to them and tell them that Ryan and Cody sent you there.
Yes, please go subscribe to them. They deserve your support. See you later, guys. Bye.
See ya.